And I did something stupid. First thing you have to do is have the machine that says good buttonholes. That's number one. I'll tell you what I did stupid. I tried to be nice to Terry Berry, and I sewed her extra buttons
that was so
on
sweet.
here so she has them, but I didn't think about the fact I need one to measure for the buttonholes. Okay, so...
I have a button.
No, that's okay. I'll use hers because that way I set it up once.
Oh, she did it just like the shirts at the store.
Mm-hmm. Sewed it to the seam allowance. Okay, so now I got the button. I want to take the buttonhole foot. This goes in the back. Okay, this is your button. You put the button in there and close that up on it. Okay? Next, this little slot there is where the shank goes. Like that. Now, here's the thing. Turn this to buttonhole. Put that at the widest. The stitch width is at the 5. This is at buttonhole and this is at buttonhole. Okay, so you see everything's at buttonhole and the zigzag width is at the widest. The next thing that has to happen is there's a lever down here that you pull down. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to show you. Get in a little closer. Get in a little closer. There you go. It's a little, let me show you. Under here like this. There's a little lever here and it comes down.
Oh, the thing that was, oh, yeah.
And it's got a little buttonhole on it. So you need to see 3 buttonholes. Okay? All right, so now we've got the button in there. So this is going to make the buttonhole to fit the button. If you notice there's a little groove on the foot right there. I'm going to line the fabric up with that groove. Put it down, and then I should just be able to sew.
With that line in the middle, that's...
Right here.
Yeah.
I've lined the fabric up to that. I just found that's a good spot.
Okay.
Feet. There are many different feet. There. This should give you the exact size buttonhole. Okay, this lets me know with that a little bit to there. You notice it's about 1/2 inch from the edge. I don't like that this side is looser than that side, but that's just the way it does it. So we're just learning to do them. So now you fold it in half. You put a little snip in it. You do not cut the stitches. You cut that way and you cut to the end there. And then it should fit the button exactly. See?
Voila.
There are rules to buttonholes. They should be about 1/8 of an inch bigger than the button. Okay, so if we didn't have this kind of foot, we'd have to measure the button, then we'd have to sit there and draw on the shirt where they're all going to go. Then we have to make sure we make each of them the same manually, which is by eye, whereas this just makes it so you can put the machine down and go.
So is that definitely how it should always be 1/2 inch from the edge?
I'm sorry?
I mean, how you said this wasn't from the edge, should it always be about
Yeah,
that?
both
Okay.
should always be approximately 1/2
Okay.
an inch from the edge, yeah. So the next thing I do is get these two lined up. I don't know if you noticed, I put the buttons on first. Can I borrow your pins? For a reason. I'll give them back. Put the buttons on first for a reason. Now, so I'm going to put a pin where each button is. Here's the thing. If I mess up the buttonholes, I can move the buttons. You cannot move the buttonholes. So I'm feeling that lump in the back and putting a pin on top. And so now I have to do the buttonhole. Sorry, I'll get that
Ouch.
later. I'll get it. Okay. Now again, I need to make sure they're even. So let's do this. See, they're even. Pretty even. They're even. Okay. So now I have to put the fabric on this side, remember, Now let me show you a little trick I do each time I do a buttonhole. I raise this up and put it back down. I start everything over. I go out of buttonhole and back in. Okay?
Every time you do one?
Every time. I've just found this machine is cranky,
Okay.
and that makes it happier. It's cranky. So
Okay.
now with the pin down the middle, I'm lining this up to that little notch right there. I can put this down, pull the
Take
pin
the
out,
pin out.
and then just go.
And move it on the arm.
Yep. Okay, so you get there, go out, lift up, go back in, lift down. Go to the next one. Get this lined up, because now I want them all in a row properly. You're lucky, because when I learned to make buttonholes, I had to make them manually.
I learned something like that too.
Measuring and stopping at the right time. They don't always come out exactly the same. Okay, go out, come back in, go up, come down. Because I'm not sure which one of those two things makes it start over, but I've noticed when I just try, you should be able to just go from buttonhole to buttonhole. For some reason it doesn't work out that way. This is number 3. Go out, go back, up, just make it a habit. On my machine at home, I don't have to do that, but just to, I'm not at
I'll
home.
be at your house this weekend.
Look, so when in Rome, do what the Romans do. Always test it first to make sure the machine is operating properly. And Chad and I have identified this machine does them the best. So I think two have the sign on them to say good buttonholes. One doesn't do them right. So go line it up.
Yeah, lift that up.
Did what's the name drop out of class?
Lift that up, down,
You know who I'm talking
out,
about?
and in.
What happened?
To do?
The girl.
She went to another one.
Another school?
Another artist.
Okay,
It's
you
only
all.
one in Wisconsin.
Oh, no, she went to UWM.
Okay.
I'm right there with us.
Okay, so now I'm going to cut them. Cutting all the strings.
Down.
See, I'm cutting the strings off. Front and back.
Tia Gray gonna love her outfit.
I think she will like this shirt. It's a little rough to me. It's kind of scratchy.
Harry loves that texture.
I know. It's like it's
I think
kind
that's why she
of
picked that fabric.
rough to me. Okay.
He thought of something.
This.
No, it's just funny when we get extra quiet, we can just.
I like quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go over here. Blouse is done.